to kick things off, tell me a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself a little bit to the people who might not know you.
Right, so my name's Keanan Holford. I'm a southpaw switch hitter, welterweight, fight at welterweight. Represent Trinity Boxing Club. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you got into the sport, how you got into the sport of boxing, what was it that really introduced you to the sport?
Well, I was pretty young when I actually started boxing. I think I was about 13, 14. I originally only started doing it just to see my dad a bit more. But yeah, I eventually fell in love with it. I think it was 2 years or so before I actually had my first bout as an amateur. And just ever since then I've been on and off, but now fully committed, fully ready. So.
Why boxing? What was it about this particular sport that really interests you?
You know, I think it was more so the people around me. Like, my dad loves boxing, and everyone, even in the boxing club itself, it's just a good group of people, and I like being in that environment. So nice.
And I presume that you obviously before you first fought, what was going through your mind to accept a fight, to go into the ring and fight? Because obviously training and fighting are two different things, aren't they?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't know. It's about pushing yourself in at the end of the day, and I've always enjoyed giving a good lick. So yeah, it was just more of a thing where it was going to happen eventually. So yeah, but no, very good. Yeah, I enjoy more so just the environment. Like I said before, it's the environment, being around good people. But no, the fighting itself, it's got to be done. For me especially, anyway. I've got like a really addictive personality, so if I want something, I've got to go get it. And that's what I want.
Obviously the difference between fighting and pro fighting is a whole other different level. Tell me about, why did you decide to transition to pro?
Well, it was more so a now or never thing. It was, I was going through a stage where I was either half in or half out, and I don't know, something switched in me, and after my last unlicensed bout, I was in that mood. I was there, I was committed, and I just didn't want to let it go, because I knew if I'd have let it go, I'd have never done it, and I'd have just been disappointed, and yeah, that's it, just been disappointed. And I've always said to like my granddad especially, like the people that mean a lot to me, they know about my granddad and everything. He always wanted me to see me on TV and stuff, but obviously he's not going to have that opportunity anymore. But that is the main push, my granddad, yeah, definitely.
Obviously 20th of July pro debut is not far away now. Tell me about the preparation, the training, how are you enjoying it, and how are you excited are you about ahead of your first professional bout?
Well, enjoying it's a bit of a fucking, yeah, twice a day now, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. It's tough, it is a hard life, boxing is a hard sport, it's probably one of the hardest sports I've ever done. But like I said, once you're in that mindset like I'm in now, it's easy, it's part and parcel, you know what I mean. Some days you want to wake up and be like, yeah, I'm up for it, let's go. And then there's other days where I'm thinking, why am I doing this? But then you've also got that thing in the back of your head saying, you chose to do this, let's go, let's get up, let's do it. And that's just how it is, you know. That's what it is.
Have you got any thoughts on your opponent coming up? Obviously, he's a lot more experienced than you, but you're confident, aren't you?
I'm confident. I've always got to be confident. Like, that is my style. I'm confident. I'm cocky. But always humble. I'm always humble. Don't get me wrong. Flashing about is flashing about, but at the end of the day, you're both getting in there to do the business. I'm looking forward to it. I think he's a very tough opponent. Yeah, like you said, he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. But I've got the edge. I know I can do it. So it's just about believing.
What are your goals and ambitions in professional boxing? How far do you think you can go?
Well, it's not really for me to say. It's, coaches, they're the ones that know, really. I'll give it my all. No matter what, I'll give it my all. But it just depends, what goes on. You never know, one shot could end your career, so I'm just giving it my all as it is and take it from there. So I'm not worried about no titles or anything. Just make it through this fight, that's my main goal. Make it through this fight and on to the next. That's it.
And obviously, the levels of dedication and sacrifice required to be in professional boxing. How difficult is it? Now you've had a taste of it, so for the first few months, how difficult is it really to be a professional boxer?
Very hard, very hard. It's ridiculous. Like I said, training twice a day in itself is hard, no matter whether it's just going to the gym and or going for a steady jog twice. It's difficult because at the end of the day, you don't want to do it, or unless you do, you're really sick. Because I don't want to do it sometimes. I get up and I'm thinking, why? Like I said before. But no, it's difficult. The eating, just like every little detail, the mental game, eating right, training hard, it's all difficult. But it's the mindset that's the biggest thing. You've got to have the right mindset to get into it. That's certain. You've got to have the right mindset.
Just last question from me. Who do you really look up to? Who is, I'm not just talking about, professional boxers, maybe you look up to someone like Tyson Fury or somebody like that. I'm talking about maybe someone in your personal life, someone in your family, some friends. Who is it that you're really trying to emulate?
Yeah, I'd say my parents. My parents, to be honest, they did a really good job. Obviously, teaching me the ways. But yeah, just aspiring to be, the best that you can be, which is what they've imprinted in me from young. So I'd say them. But boxing wise, I'd probably have to say, I'd say Roy Jones. Love Roy Jones. It's great. Yeah, great footwork, great, hand speed, everything. Just awkwardness. And that's why I like to emulate as well. So it's very good. Yeah.
Sorry, one last one because I've just remembered Joshua Dubois was announced today. Who are you backing?
Joshua Dubois. Gotta go Joshua. I think now, especially with the way he's looked in his last 2 fights, he looks brilliant. And I just think Dubois, he won't be able to cope with that. So yeah, I'll go Joshua. I'll go 7th round, stoppage. That's it. Joshua winning. That's it. Done.